Hey everyone, Koru here with another Gamedibs.com video review. Today I will be reviewing Keyboardmania II, 2ndMIX and 3rdMIX, which was released in 2002 in Japan for the PlayStation 2. This is part of the Bemani series, and for those of you who've never heard of Keyboardmania, basically try to imagine Beatmania but with 24 keys instead of 7. And a wheel that functions. Now, this game uses an official controller, which is shaped like a little keyboard that plugs into the USB slot of the PS2. There are also a few different MIDI keyboards you can use as well. I'm not sure the specifics on that. I couldn't do enough research to find it out. Of course, some Bemani player can help me out here. You can set up the interface to the options mode depending on how wide you want the keys to look. And then you go into the main game and you can pick your song. The smiley faces depict what the difficulty is, so of course one face lit up being easiest and then 6 being the hardest. There's a bunch of songs in this game. I'm not sure the actual amount, but there are quite enough to keep you entertained for a long time. Now here's your interface. You have your video, the upper right corner, your life bar on the upper left corner, and you hit the keys as they come down and touch the red line. Now on the far left of the keyboard screen, you'll see a little blinking light with what looks like a little 2 red lines and a little wheel function. That is the wheel. Basically the wheel you can push up or down. Not every single song uses the wheel in the note charts, but a little arrow will come down and it'll be pointing down or pointing up depending on which way you have to rub the wheel up or down. This series didn't last very long. It came out in 2000 and it was pretty much done by 2001, with there only being 3 games released in the series. Now, I don't have the specifics on why the series didn't last, and yeah, maybe it just wasn't popular enough, or maybe it was too difficult for people to get the hang of. I personally didn't have a lot of trouble with this game. I thought it wasn't that hard. Once you get the hang of the key placements, you're pretty much all set. It's a very, very fun game to play, and definitely, in the eyes of many Bemani players, I'd say this is probably the hardest Bemani game there is, just because of the amount of keys that you have to use. Surely, you know, there have been talks about reviving the series. There was a rumored 4th that was supposed to come out. It never happened. But hopefully Konami will, you know, revive the series, because I really enjoyed it. I love the music in the series, and the game's a hell of a lot of fun to play, even with having 24 keys. So I'm just going to play a couple of songs here just to show you guys what the game looks like. I have the screen stretched out, but if you want to shrink it, the video screen will be larger and your keys will be smaller. Some people prefer it that way. It's more arcade style, but I like playing with it stretched out. That's just me. But is the game difficult? I don't think it's too hard. Like I said, once you get the hang of the key placements, you'll do alright. If you go into this being an expert in playing a real piano, then the key placement should probably be easier to learn. Doesn't mean the game's going to be easier to play since you know piano. Definitely not. But this game was also released on the PC, and there was it was the Yamaha edition, I believe it was called. I've never played that one, but you can. It came with a Yamaha Easy 250i keyboard. That was released in 2003, so technically that would be the last Beatmania game to be released. Now, there are some songs that people who play other Bemani games might be familiar with in this game. There's Frozen Ray, which was in Beatmania and DDR Extreme. There's Pink Rose, which has been in a lot of Bemani games. And Least 100 Seconds, which has been in pretty much every Bemani game aside from Mambo A Go-Go and Power Power. Anyway. Now, if you really want to challenge yourself once you get the hang of the game, if you have 2 keyboards, you can play double mode, which, of course, is 48 keys and the 2 wheels. So it makes the game a hell of a lot more challenging. But unfortunately, this series did not last very long, and I always thought that it was a great series and it should have gotten more respect and more appreciation than it did. Unfortunately, the series is dead, and truly that's a shame. But if you've never ever played this game and you're looking for something different, you know, give it a shot. I'm sure within a year or two, some American company will come along, Activision or EA most likely, and they'll rip it off, and it'll be Keyboard Hero, and it'll have 6 keys. Anyway, this has been Keyboardmania II, 2nd and 3rd Mix for the PlayStation 2. If you haven't played it, it's a great game. Check it out. Until next time, take care, everyone.